Well, hello there. Well, don't be shocked because I'm using an animated character here, but on the thumbnail you got my face. The straight away reason is that I don't have a proper camera to record from, so I'm using a character. Um, that's it, I guess. So let's jump right into the video. Well, the other day I was asleep and then I got a notification. When I checked it, it's from Gmail. And what was it? Ta-da! So Google just released Gemini 3. Well, you must have seen a lot of YouTubers speak about it. It's a really incredible model. Compared to all other models, this is the most intelligent one. That's what Google says. So, what I was interested is to know about the vibe coding enhanced abilities, right? And now it can build agents like never before. I was like, well, you gotta give credit for that. And I was like, okay, fine. So how am I going to actually use it? When I clicked on try it for free button, it took me to the Google AI Studio, right? And here you see Gemini 3 Pro preview. You can click on that. That is already selected. And when you start typing anything here or any sort of prompts, you're going to use Gemini 3 Pro preview. There is one other way to use this, that is via your casual way of using Gemini with your web, right? So you see the thinking here. If I click on thinking, you get fast and you get thinking with 3 Pro. Well, that is what I have selected. So that is basically your Gemini 3 Pro. And as soon as I decided to try, guess what shocked me? It is ta-da! Anti-gravity. This little monster on my cursor, anti-gravity. This is also a vibe coding tool that is being released by Google, and this is an IDE. IDE, just like VS Code. Many of you might know VS Code. So your VS Code looks something like this, right? This is basically a IDE. IDE is the part, the environment where you actually type your code for execution. Some legends do it using Notepad. Hats off for them, but we can't do it using notepads. So we use many IDE. Like one of them is VS Code. Then you have, you see this void. Void is also one of the IDEs. Then you have cursor. You have bolt. I have the bolt local one. Diad. All these are your IDEs. So I was like, does anti-gravity have any sort of edge over your typical IDEs? Like, it may be your void or your cursor or your lovable or your bolt or your diad. Why these in particular is because one, anti-gravity, it's totally free as of now, right? You don't need to pay a single dollar to access it. And two, this is basically a bold DIY. Even in the void, you need to actually add your API case, like go to the place where you get API of ChatGPT or Gemini or any of those models, get an API, put the API and then start working. Like, let me show you. Suppose I open Bolt. This is a fork of Bolt, which will obviously, how to say it? You can run Bolt locally using Bolt DIY basically. So you have many such options from where you can get your AI case, like API case. So I got one from OpenRouter, the Quen model and the DeepSeek model combined. And here is your API key. Obviously, I can't reveal the API key. All these things, and you can start prompting here. But the problem is, sources like this OpenRouter or let's see, even Gemini for that matter, if you try to access it with API keys, there is a restriction. Like after so and so what you'll say, after so and so requests, you can't access them for that day. You need to wait till your credits get refreshed or something like that. Uh, but when it comes to your anti-gravity, right, you don't have such issues. And for a comparison, let's go to the Google build, right? And I'll copy paste the same prompt, Control C and Control V, build. So let's see which one is better actually. If you see in Google build, you have the preview option, right? In the preview option, you will get a preview of how your app looks, and in the code version, you get the code that is getting run, that is getting developed actually. So majorly it uses TypeScript and you don't have any other options. You're gonna go with TypeScript. But I hope at least Antigravity has some flexibility and will code in the language which I say. So yeah, what did it do? It thought for 18 seconds and basically it said I've outlined a plan, build a stylish to-do app using React and White. Let's accept this. Oh, you can't do it manually, right? Okay, so fine. We'll let the AI do the work and we'll wait for a while. Holy smokes. It said that Antigravity would like to access its own browser. Okay, install extension. So you have an extension of Antigravity. Oh, this is something I didn't know. Add to Chrome. Sure. Has been added to Chrome. Okay, we'll see about that later. Always allow. Oh, and we got our to-do list app ready. Interesting. This is your Antigravity to-do list app, which I try to build. So in this field, please follow the cursor. This is the part where you're going to prompt and say like so and so app is what I require, and you click one amongst the two, planning and fast. If you click on fast, your code will be generated fast, but there'll be a lot of inconsistencies. But if you click on planning, it is going to create a detailed plan and then start working on it. And you got many models to choose from, right? Unlike the other models like Bolt and everywhere where you are manually inputting your key, API key, here it comes by default. So once you give the prompt, it will start building. The first thing what it gave me was this thing, not this, the walkthrough. Once the app was completed, it gave me the walkthrough of what all is the features and how did it actually reach to the solution, basically. So you see the visual proof here, right? So what it did is, I didn't know that actually Antigravity had its own browser as well. It said me to open the browser. I was like, okay, fine. And as soon as I clicked on open the browser, it opened a Chrome window, separate Chrome window, and it started building this directly. I was like, what? And you see here, getting DOM. This is basically your DOM tree traversal that is happening. For folks who are not technical, forget everything. Just I need to mention that actually accessing DOM and understanding it in an application takes a lot of time. But in Antigravity, it is doing everything by its own. And you see the blue mark, the cursor which is going, that is not in something which I did manually. This is the Antigravity's own cursor that is actually doing it. If you remember, there was an AI model which is called, let me remember, Manus AI, right? It had its own browser, it had everything. Only thing that you were supposed to just give it prompts and it would do everything on its own. Exactly same thing is happening in the, Antigravity as well. It opened its own browser, it started working, created the to-do list app, and then it gave me the way to run the application as well. As of now, The app is running in localhost 5173. Okay, but suppose I close this tab, right? I close anti-gravity, but still I need to run the app. I mean, I open VS Code or some other IDE, and in its terminal I need to run the app. What am I supposed to do? I'm going to first copy this code, paste it. This is basically used for navigating inside a folder, and then npm run dev. Just because you're using the React app, you need to run the app. This is the command to run your application, and boom, this is exactly how your app is gonna look. It's as simple as that. Let me show you exactly how it works, right? I copy this code, Control C, go to the terminal, paste it. Right now I am inside the C drive, inside the anti-gravity folder, and in that to-do list, to-do app, right? npm run dev. I'm lazy to type that as well, so I'm gonna paste it, enter, and boom, I got my local host working. If I click on Control key and left click, this opens my to-do list app. So I can add like meeting at 2 p.m. and I just click add. See the the task is added. If I click here, it means that the app is the task is executed, so it just strikes it out. And if I click here, this deletes the particular task. So this is completely functional code which it has given. You got JSX form. When it comes to the Google build, it is using the TSX programming language, but who cares? An app working is an app working, right? And when it comes to Google build, you see this part, no tasks found, and this thing it's not visible at all. But you see the suggestions part. This is extremely helpful. Edit task title. Okay, never mind. Add task description, AI suggestion for description, drag and drop, confirmation before deletion. Yeah, these are all good suggestions. Suppose the app crashes in this particular part, I can restore to the previous version. You see the restore version, right? If I go back, suppose I didn't like anything here or the app crashed in this particular part, I can go back and restore it. That's one fascinating thing about the Google build. I keep forgetting to switch my character. Okay, anyways, or I can even download my app. I can host it directly to GitHub. I can deploy the app. I can share the app. Many things. And I can even change like how it looks on mobile. This is how it would look on mobile. Right? Rotate. Landscape or portrait. On tablet, this is how it would look. Like it's decent though. Well, to be frank, anti-gravity is such an amazing tool. But again, its results varies. The better you prompt, the better will be the outcome. And you would be shocked that majority people don't even know how to prompt an LLM and how to use your ChatGPT and many other AI tools. Well, if you want to learn more about that, click on the video that has been shown up and let's meet there.